if you guys are watching this video, you guys are subscribers, and you're probably curious about the title. I'm not a people person. I've never really fully have been one somewhat. I've always tried to be. I've always sat there and tried to be tolerant towards people, but I want to explain why I do not like people, why technically I consider hate people, and I'm going to explain why, and I'll explain my reasoning for explaining this to people. First of all, anyone who's ever kept track of politics knows all this bad shit that's been happening, right? Well, let's talk about the First and Second Amendment for a second. First of all, First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. We don't see any of that nowadays. Yes, there's somewhat of freedom of speech, but it gets trumped on or destroyed upon with cancel culture, where no one can have a free opinion on religion or politics, because if you do, you're hated upon it, because people don't understand it's your opinion. Religion. Christianity is our moral majority, which at that time it will sometimes shun people with other religions, like people who are Catholic, people who are Mormons, hell, people who are Satanists or believe in Nordic mythology or pagans, because it's not considered important. And that's why my personal thought when it comes to all this is, if we're going to be talking about like if government has issues or the government has problems or shit that they want to deal with, leave religion and leave speech out of it. That's already our freedom, to be able to have freedom of speech and freedom of religion. The fact is, no one shows it. No one cares for it. Now let's talk about something else. Let's say media. The news has picked and choose what they want to put to public. That's why the majority of shit you find is negative stuff. A perfect example of this is, you don't hear anything that a cop has done that is good, because you're more focused on the shit that they tell you, which is cops shooting black people or cops doing something that seems immoral, which puts people in fear. My personal opinion, you should be showing the good and the bad. You shouldn't be showing just one, because if you show just one, it's going to put people into flux. It's going to put people in flux.
So you're saying it's a lost cause?
Not to mention, the media will often hide the truth too, or pick and choose what they consider as the truth or not, because of political point of views.
Showing only one side is called being biased.
Yeah, and most of them are. Actually, I think 90% of the news sites aren't biased from what I'm seeing. Most of them are heavily upon Democratic and not Republican, which personally I don't care for either political party, but at the same time they should have their perspective shown too.
I know it's cliche.
See, I've looked at all these joke videos and I've seen what most people consider political debates nowadays. Let's say Hillary and Trump's election, like their little political debate, that looked like a spat between me and my younger sister. It was childish. See, there's just one thing that a lot of people overlook, and it's a thing called compromise. It's when two political parties, if they're arguing about it, like they go into detail about what's going on, like they talk about it. And if they can't agree upon a solution behind that, they find a compromise behind it, where they sacrifice one part to have the other. Compromise. And that's not what we get nowadays. It's either my way or the fucking highway when it comes to political perspectives. It's like, oh no, I'm just gonna be fucking stubborn about it. I'm just not gonna do anything about it because, you know, fuck you, because you are a different because you're a Republican. Yeah, fuck you, man. Fuck you because you're Republican, or fuck you because you're Democrat. Your word is invalid in my eyes. That's literally what goes on.
Everything looks in order. Start rebooting.
Granted, I find what my thought process on it is, it's because there's too many old people, too many people in their 50s and 60s that are in politics that are too stubborn to realize how this shit works. The reason why I picked Marvel's Avengers is because there's certain characters that I've actually seen, like Captain America. Like, Captain America represents the American dream. He doesn't represent America. He represents the American dream. Which means that American ideals, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right to bear arms in case of overbearing government. He doesn't represent our government nowadays. And if Captain America did existed, he would be disgusted by how our politics work. Yeah, someone please tell me I'm wrong on that one. The fact is, no one can't. But now let's go.
He would be.
He would be, exactly. Now let's talk about other shit. Let's talk about most problems I have with people. That's why I got into politics, because that also leads into why I hate hate people in general. Okay, let's go with lying and deceit. For the longest time, I've actually had people lie to me to my face, or hated the fact that people would sit there and not, like, hide the truth from people. Hide it in general. I hate that. Yeah, someone's gonna be mad at you for telling the truth, but here's the thing though. I would have more respect for you if you're willing to say this shit to my face than to fucking hide it. Because you hiding it is gonna cause a problem. It's just gonna make me more mad. It's about respect at that point. Not to mention, when it comes to, like, religion, people are heavily focused upon it, which, hey, religion's a good thing. I can say that very much about it. But it's gone to the point that people don't let their children pick and choose what religion they want to be part of. They would force them into this box, which is irritating to think about. The beauty about the next generation is the beauty of new perspectives on life. Beauty on new everything, like a new everything. All new, all different. Everyone's ideals usually change at some point or one or another. People's morals can change. People's perspective on life can change. I get that. But when you force that on other people, people will start rebelling against it. I've actually known someone who became a Satanist because his entire family was forcing Christianity on him. I've actually met someone who completely resents religion altogether. See, I recently broke up with my girlfriend, which, yeah, that's not really anyone's... No one really should care about that. That's my life. My life is my purpose. If you cared, kudos to you. I don't expect you to. But what happened was, she flat out has beat around the bush over many times, and she broke up with me because I'm not a religious person. She broke up with me because my ideals were a little, like a pinch different. They're not like super duper different. I said I was willing to quit a lot of shit for her. I even said that I was willing to try to be religious for her. Like, sit there and actually focus on it. Try to open my eyes to it. Try to see that perspective for her. Still wasn't good enough. My issues with people does rely on the fact that I will give and give and give to people. I will flat out give until I have nothing left in my heart to give, and I'll still keep giving. Because I'm trying to set a narrative for people. I'm trying to be there for people when truly they don't want anyone near them. Humanity's worst enemy is itself. They lie, they deceit. They destroy anything that remotely shows good grace. Most people talk about peace, but all they want is hatred. They want... They want...
Hey.
I can't really state it, can I? People want to be right. People want to desperately be right, but there's sometimes you're not. And you have to accept that, and you have to understand that you not being right is sometimes a good thing.
You think a giant robot rising out of
I wanted to be wrong my entire life when it came to relationships, or it came to anything wrong when it comes to people. I wanted to, because if I did, that means that there's still hope that people can change. That people could still be what I originally thought people were. But it's gone to the point that I don't even know what I should believe anymore. I wanted to be this... I have a hero complex, which most people in my personal life know that about me. If I see someone in need, I'll sit there and try to help them, not because it's for personal gain, it's because it's the right thing to fucking do. But it's actually gone to the point that I have actually told people I don't give a shit about my happiness anymore. I fucking don't care about it. As my happiness isn't important anymore in my life.
Here's what we need. Think you can handle it?
If people really must know. I don't care if I'm happy anymore. I don't care if... oh, this shit keeps happening. I just can't anymore. I can't sit there and try to be what most people want me to be. If that makes sense to anybody. I know I don't really like if I'm bringing someone down, I apologize. That's not my intention. I'm not trying to make people feel bad. I'm just speaking from my mind right now. And right now I just fucking hate the world how it's been, and like, don't get me wrong. People can change. I have no doubt about that. But it feels like no one's trying to. No one's trying to set this up for themselves.
Agent Morales just gave me the heads up. More temporal anomalies. Considering they're in the future and their location, we think Maestro's involved. We can't let him mess up our timeline. More than it already is.
I don't like people. I have never really been a people person. It's because people lie, people manipulate, people have pushed their narratives to the point that's selfish. They selfishly think about themselves when they should be thinking about other people sometimes. That's the truth behind it. You should be doing the right thing because it's the fucking right thing. You shouldn't do it because you're gonna get something out of it. That's not the right reason to do this shit. It's not the right reason to hate upon people.
Okay, Morales says there's a massive spike in tachyon radiation coming. The origin point is somewhere nearby.
I don't think you want me. I don't think you wanted to see me just sit there and be in the helicarrier. So like, is there a positive note on this? And honestly, no, there's not going to be. I'm not in the greatest of fucking moods lately. I really haven't been, but I felt like it's time that I explain my perspective on life to other people. Because if I don't, people are gonna keep assuming that I don't have a perspective. On people, when truly I do. People most of the time assume that I'm just nice for the sake of being nice, which that is true. In some shape or form, that is true. But there's always something I always want in return for other people. I want people to treat other people the way they want to be treated. And that's really my honest opinion on it. I want people to treat other people the way they want to be treated. I don't want to hear the fact that people are destroying people's lives' work, or hurting other people because their political opinions are different, or their religious views are different. When people ask me what I stand for in life, I stand for the freedom of everybody, no matter what the cost is. Everyone deserves freedom.
Why did I think this was going to go any differently?
Like, if anyone wants to tell me I'm wrong about my ideals, like, go ahead. My opinion's my opinion, that's... all I can really say about it. I don't shun people for having a different opinion.
I agree.
We're in the clear. Keep looking for Maestro. He's out here somewhere.
Avenger, you finally arrived.
With you.
Yeah, we're real sticklers for not messing with the timeline.
As I predicted, your hypocrisy knows no bounds.
I don't think preserving the timeline makes us hypocrites.
Preservation is my goal too. We just don't agree on what that looks like.
I need to find a health pack pretty soon.
We're trying to prevent all this from happening in our own time, not jumping around.
Potato, potato.
Seems like the evilest of them all stick with the M names. MODOK, Monica, Maestro, you know, M.
Wasn't Hawkeye originally a supervillain when he came out in the comics? To be completely honest, I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong here, but I think he was a supervillain when he originally came out in the comics.
How did you even get here? More trouble? Take him out!
It was when he...
I think he was.
Okay, this is really fucking pissing me off right here. Fucking hate these shield people. or aim people with shields. I don't kill. Thank God. Granted, at the same time, I'm kind of getting annoyed by fighting against aimbots. They should really do something new with this game.
Harder they fall.
Let's see if you want some. Let's see if you can fly, shall we? Perfect.
Ouch! That looked like it hurt. Eat your bots, eat your toast.
Breathe in the desolation that surrounds you.
Like, I'm really not trying to be Debbie Downer here. I'm really not. It's just that my perspective isn't really a nice one. It's not really... something that a whole lot of people should think about the world, but it's how I think of it. I don't think of the world as a really good place at this moment in time.
Save you from it all.
By rewriting history? You know damn well how risky that is.
Monica failed. I will not.
More goons. You know the drill.
Fuck. I'm more than happy to sacrifice my happiness for other people. My happiness shouldn't matter anymore. People usually shit upon it anyway, so I quit caring about it. Anyone I think remotely understood me, lied. I think it's a little weird when someone says the Avengers are killing people. When you look at the fucking game, you see these people like literally wallowing on the ground because they're in a shit ton of pain.
It sure doesn't feel like destiny, Maestro.
Like, watch. After I take this person down. Let's see. See, they're moving around like they're in pain. They're not dead.
You are a true friend.
have actually been there, sitting there for 30 freaking seconds and watching them do it, and they're still doing it.
My AI could have handled that. Next time I might just take a nap. Woo! That's a knockout.
Give me a sec, I got a text from somebody. Oh, Robin's on, which I might play that later on.
This is the storm Morales told us about.
Someone asked me if they want to be, if I wanted them to be 100% honest. Be 100% honest. Don't fucking kid me around.
Based on that broadcast, Maestro should be up ahead. Well, here goes nothing. This is the storm Morales told us about. Maestro, here we come. Cavorite. Maestro's hoarding Cavorite.
A small step for a better future. I will succeed where Monica Rappaccini failed.
You got another time bridge stat somewhere?
Fucking hate how big they make these supervillains. There we go. Damn it! Why can't I fucking move? Move around. Fuck. There we go. Need to get some healing. Okay. Fuck you! Why does it fucking turn me? in conclusion, that's kind of why I don't like people. I've probably never be. I hate people who lie. And this is really fucking pissing me off.
I have an hour to be on.
No more. Almost time traveling, Maestro. Yeah, that would have been bad. Okay, let's go home before we jinx this somehow.
Well, I'm about to be playing DC Universe Online. So, you know, I'm just getting off now.
Just got word from Agent Morales. Tachyon readings are stable. Another time anomaly dealt with. Great work, everyone.
Alright, see you guys later. Peace.